we made it to the Endangered Wolf Center outside of St. Louis, Missouri, and it is a gorgeous place. It is a security type secured area, so you can't simply just drive in, but it is beautiful here and can't wait to see the rest of it. So this was kind of like a anniversary type of present, a little bit of surprise for the wife since last wolf sanctuary thing we went to. So this one's a little bit different. This is a wolf center, and we get to see some special stuff, and hopefully it turns out really nice. We'll see.
Smaller animals like rabbits or birds, or because their packs are smaller and they're smaller. Right. So that's some of it. Okay.
So they do have some headstones. There's Bobby J. And you know, some of the wolves that's passed through and moved on to better places. So it's kind of nice to have a little memorial for some of the wolves that's come through here.
The United States government. It was used for ammunition storage during World War II and grain storage during the Korean War.
The classroom that we just came
Oh,
out
that's
of.
why some of the stuff's underground.
Yes. So those bunkers are remnants from World War II.
And this is Megan, by the way. She's assisting in the tour
Yes,
today.
You'll be able to see one from here.
So it's a nice building. Did they end up using like any kind of grants or anything to help? Is there any kind of government help or?
So we are a nonprofit. We don't do, we aren't funded by the government.
Nothing
Right.
government.
We do get grants for different things. I believe some of the rooms might be grants, especially we have a green room up there so we can get up to. It's the only habitat we have where we have two different species together, but they're both male, and so it's okay to do that. This here is Cooper.
Cooper.
He is, believe it or not, a red fox.
Look at the color.
That's red?
He is a red fox. So a lot of people have heard of an albino animal where their bodies do not produce any pigment. Arctic fox.
Here's your Arctic fox.
Oh yeah.
So he is partway through his transition between summer and winter coats.
Right.
During the summer, it is not snowy up where they are
Right.
normally from. Excuse me, sorry. And so they are not white during the summer. They are actually gray. He and Cooper look very similar. He knew where to find it, in people's houses.
Right.
And so he cannot go out into the wild. The Wildlife Rescue Center mostly works with wild animals that are injured.
Right.
When they realized just how much they needed to be saved, they went out and tried to capture as many of these guys as they could. And they looked for 3 years and they found 5 individuals. And then they found somebody else.
Is that where the story of Anna came in?
So Anna is one of our Mexican wolves. She was not one of the founding members, but she was our superstar here. She held many records, most number of litters, largest litter. She is very, very well represented now.
Wow, look at them. Painted dog. Look, almost like a dingo.
Sort of.
Look at those ears.
The ears remind me of a dingo. But we're probably insulting them by saying that.
You see those big, beautiful ears just scoping back
Yeah.
and forth, listening
Yeah.
to everything.
Exactly.
And you have big ears so you can hear
And it also
better.
helps them cool off.
Oh, that's
Really?
So having those big ears, they can move the blood through, have the breeze hit it, and helps cool them down, especially in that hot
Oh.
African environment.
I just saw somebody really tall walking over that way.
Wow. Our maned wolf.
Look at those legs. Uh-oh.
They are commonly called fox on stilts, and you can see why with those long,
It
long
looks
legs.
like it.
like your granddaughter.
Right, long leg,
Long
gazelle legs. So what's the region that these painted dogs are from?
The African painted dogs are from Central to Southern Africa, and you're welcome to film our animals. We just don't need us to be filmed. And you're welcome to film our animals. We just don't need need us to be filmed.
Right.
It's adorable. And these guys don't bark or howl. They do squeak. They sound like a dog's chew toy. A little squeaker in it.
Oh.
You may have heard it a little bit earlier when we were over by the Swift foxes. I think that little.
In addition to the dry kibble that we give them, we also are very fortunate to be able to provide white coat ears to our one here. His name's Reed. The two males, we were trying to figure out which one Astra is hanging out with more, which one she's favoring. Because Ray actually colored one of Reed's ears. So I believe that's him. You see his left ear is a little bit darker.
It is moving. I've had times watching it. And just, yeah, not a connection like you said, but there's that moment of these animals. You can see all three of them. That one plus him.
Yep. There they are.
Boy, tiny. Wow.
Yeah, so do you.
It's like food. Wow,
One of his
long
favorite
legs.
people.
We wanted to come celebrate with you.
So, how was the visit to Wolf Center?
It was awesome.
So,
Very awesome.
not too bad. Some of the wolves didn't want to be photographed, I guess. Well, I guess our guide didn't really want to be photographed that much either.
No.
Anyways, a pretty nice park. I shouldn't even call it a park.
No, no.
It's a nice wolf
Center.
center, and they do a lot of work trying to promote the species and the health of the wolves. So it was kind of cool. Well, we made it back from Endangered Wolf Center outside of St. Louis. And so we'll go through and kind of do a review. So I use the SAFE acronym. So S is going to be for safety and security of the people and or animals that are there, because we also go to conservation areas as well. So safety overall. Now I will give this place an A on security and safety. They have, it's a high security area along with, because it's also inside with the Tyson Research Group. So the safety there is really good. The security is really high. It's a gated area where you have to buzz in and check in. They also use locked areas to get into near some of the exhibits, if that's what you want to call it, or the areas of where the animals are kept. And they also use radios to identify what groups are going in where, and also when the groups leave. So as far as the safety and security goes, they get an A. So as far as the A, so A stands for amenities. So this place did have some good amenities. I thought it was kind of strange for not to have like, you know, flushing toilets and that type of stuff. So guests that go to this area, they have kind of like upgraded pit toilets, if you would. They were clean, but there wasn't like regular 100% restrooms and that type of stuff. I didn't check the cell service. It looked like there was cell service there. There was some shopping there for like gift shop and that type of stuff. There wasn't any place to eat, so that type of amenity is not there. Overall, it wasn't too bad, so they're going to get a C. So F stands for like finances. Where is the finances going? Does it look like the finances that the conservation area, or in this case, this is a non-profit organization, so they heavily rely on people donating and funding their research and or helping the endangered wildlife, in this case wolves and other dogs. It seems like it was pretty good. They had everything was clean, everybody was dressed well. They had radios, which is nice. There's a couple of company vehicles that they can use in or out. And it does seem like it was kind of strange. So this is a non-profit organization. So you try to get as much money as you can from outside sources. So I did ask her if there's financial grants from the government, and she said that it does not. So this land is actually, if I understood correctly, this land is leased from the government. It was, not to get into huge history or anything, but it was used years and years ago, I guess, as an ammunition or munitions depot. There was train tracks in there. There was underground storage for ammunitions and that type of stuff. But it's been obviously repurposed over the years. And this Endangered Wolf Center, I think they've been there 50 years. I think that was the big deal. So as far as the funding goes, I was kind of surprised. Now, before I went, I did ask if there's any photography type of restrictions, because some place doesn't want you taking pictures and that type of stuff. And they said that there was none. And I've seen other videos on YouTube that there was people being interviewed and talked about the facility, and nobody seemed to have a problem. Well, about halfway through our personal tour, I paid extra to have a personal tour so I could ask questions and understand what the guide is saying. She indicated to me that she did not want to be videotaped. So from that point on, I didn't videotape her, but it was kind of strange. She had a wealth of knowledge and information, and I didn't want to just be shooting out to nothing just so I can hear her talk or answer my question or understand how the facility is going. She said that she didn't want to be videotaped. So I thought that was kind of strange for a nonprofit organization not wanting the publicity. So that was kind of weird. So as far as the finances and stuff, it seems like they have plenty because they got a new building going in and there's new fencing going in. It seems like they have plenty, but I still think a nonprofit organization is going to dive at every chance of getting publicity in order to get funds to better their facility. So so I thought it was kind of strange that she said, stop videotaping me. So she was nice about it, and it was a great tour. So it sounds like they don't need any extra funding, I guess. So so as far as that goes, they get a C. E stands for environmental. So what kind of environment is going on? How is the environment for the in this case, the animals? How is the environment, is there environmental impact? So based what I can see, it looks like the environment was set up pretty good for the animals. Now you can't have, this is not a zoo, by the way. So you can't have the animals just standing right in front of you the whole time. This is for the animals. This is a center to try to rehabilitate and or save or help populate a species that is running low or endangered in this particular case. As far as environment goes, the fencing was nice. The area that they're kept in was very nice, and it seemed like to fit their type of topography from where they're at, because these are wolves from different parts of the country or countries. And it looks like it was done pretty good. I didn't see anything that would tell me that there's any kind of environmental impact as far as outside human sources. It looks like everything was clean and orderly, and it seemed like the animals on their side were doing really good. They even installed air conditioners for some of the dogs that are used to being in a colder climate. So in that case, I think they kind of went out of their way. They did pretty good. I think they should get a B on that. So that about wraps it up for 2A Wolf. That is our review on Endangered Wolf Center just outside of St. Louis, Missouri. And I'm kind of excited to get out to the next one. I think we're going to try to go to a conservation area just to see how things are going and spend a little time outside. Colder weather, but it'll be worth it. So thanks a lot. I'm glad that you watched. Please hit the share, like, and subscribe button down below, and I'll see you next time on 2A Wolf.